Oh man, I'm terrible. Nah, I'm terrible.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a weekend matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Jaguars, they've certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together and gained that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game that they try to attack them this week, because when you take away the times through receptions, what do? When you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to make sure you see your guys open?
27 yards there, first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Next reception, see the defense out there will come through the slashing line.
To that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Touchdown, Broncos! Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the 43. So down inside the 25, the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take it. So obviously trailing Jordan, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to
Man, it's close at the 6-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive working, a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward, and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing was starting to get ugly early. So only And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
First throw is on target to Likely.
Damn.
Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Come on.
To his man, Likely. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Throw left side complete. That's
Man, how is you doing that? Damn.
33 yards that time. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal.
Yeah, baby.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Great on YouTube. You tell them what. They get a earful. They're not cold.
Yeah,
That'd be an ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still one possession.
I just use the Air Force. Right. They right. Somebody step up.
Go ahead.
Pressures on defensively to
Yeah.
You gonna do the 8 o'clock advance?
Yeah, you can. I'm on the game. You can do it.
Alright, I'll jump on. Alright.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
You tell me you buy you white Air Force. Somebody step on it. You ain't gonna have a fit.
I ain't, but maybe at one point in life I would have.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
If these shoes cost about $350, these custom.
A material thing. But I'm saying this for 52. At your age, I might have been 50.
This girl says she's purposely stepping up on shoes. If she sees they nice and white.
She can't do that.
And then what? Then what?
Now they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
That ain't cool at all.
No, wait a minute. Hey, they cool.
Now it's Jackson.
Damn. Man, I be doing some dumb stuff. This is why I suck.
Set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I just be doing the dumbest thing.
Running left, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Davenport there to take him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Oh, good one.
He completes it to Henry. He'll get this one down
done.
to the
I'm
20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it again with Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Inside handoff, Henry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a 10 from it. Stopped short of the 35. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
What is this?
Catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage.
Hey, we're going to create this first one again.
We probably going to leave it here all night until sometime tomorrow.
Throw on 1st down with Jackson.
You see how many good players it is there?
There's a lot of them in there.
Niggas ain't signing players.
Hey, that's on them. They done had all season. They done had all the time in the world. So if they ain't signing them, that's on them.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, they got more than
Hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Why?
Well, this game, the night the Jags have played.
Hey, that's on him, bro. I put it out there. Like, you got all year to sign your players. I don't understand that, man.
And this is the 3rd of 3 London games.
I really don't. I don't understand why.
There's one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich.
Oh! That's touchdown.
By the Broncos.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have answered the phone.
10.
I'm in the game, man.
This is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Jackson's throw taken in by Collins. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running from the gun with Henry. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Bass is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Chuck, I got face on the line. Hold on one second.
Offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third.
I got face on Chuck.
Face, what up?
Hey, I jumped on the game real fast before I went to the gym. I ain't seen the trade up there. So you try to send it again, I said, well, I get back home for the gym, man. But dog, Marty did the trade, man. He traded Marty for my quarterback with a superstar. Then when he traded him, now he went down to a star.
Did he? I hooked it back up.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, he was a superstar. I got him with a superstar.
Y'all just remind me, man. I'll hook it back up. Somebody else that happened to see Vine.
Okay, that's cool. I ain't seen the trade. Y'all just send it again.
Yeah, because when we advanced, it probably went off, but I'll send it again.
Hey, Chuck, another thing, you didn't sign your player. He in free agency right now.
Who?
Cordell Tenderly. Ain't that his name? Tenderly, at the corner.
Who?
Yeah, is that your strong safety that I was asking about?
Nah, you was asking about Cruikshank, wasn't you?
Oh, Cruikshank. Okay. They named it similar. Who the fuck ain't signed Denzel Ward? Who had him on their team?
I think that's Maul.
Oh, he gonna be pissed.
He gonna be pissed, but bro, it's no excuse. Like it's
you had a $1.2 billion cap.
Yes, it's no excuse to not sign nobody. I don't understand these guys.
Whoever get Denzel Ward gonna be happy as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You didn't have to sign that man. Is he a superstar or he's still a star? He's still a star. I don't ever see nobody break that motherfucker out, dog. Some guys on the game is broken, I guess, dog. That motherfucker will never break out. Yeah, all right, good looking in, man. Yeah, I'll remind you, on your way to the gym. Yep. All right, I'm on my way right now, too, then. Yeah. All right.
Real head scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, Me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Likely. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Bass is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson. And Graham's got it. Complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Come on, Rex.
Going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for him with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 42 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hurts will throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe
touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Able to connect with Mims. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Play action. Now Jackson.
Oh!
A bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jackson will throw again. Open man there is Collins, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Right back to Chris Godwin. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson here is going to look to throw.
Oh.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 77 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They go play action with Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm. And
not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready?
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Throwing, Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Benson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Whoa.
Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
Good game, bro.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and you've got to say